So, good day everyone. I am Leon Menden Salazar from Section A Networking. So, I will be presenting to you the memory management. What is memory management? According to my research from Wikipedia about memory management, it is where a form of research management applied to computer memory. The essential requirement of memory management is to provide ways to dynamically allocate portions of memory to programs as they request and create for use when no longer needed. Okay, so we are all familiar with memory, right? Now, if we have cell phones, gadgets, or computers, there is this part of it, a memory. It is where one of the important part, and we can use it for free it up, and memory management is where it process for both controlling and coordinating computer. It runs programs to optimize overall system performance. Classify memory requirements for a computer system. We all know that computer memory is divided into two, which is the main or primary and auxiliary or secondary. This main memory from Heimendinger holds instructions and data when a program is executing, while auxiliary memory holds data and programs not currently in use and provide long-term storage. Computer memory is of two basic types according to Geek4Geeks: primary memory or RAM and ROM, and secondary memory, hard drive, CD, and etc. Random access memory or RAM is primary volatile memory, and read-only memory ROM is primary non-volatile. Okay, so these classifications such as RAM and ROM are these where who read intent to your computer. So there are two types for the primary and secondary memory. As a student, I am familiar with the memories. It can also be for RAM and ROM and hard drive, CD, and etc. that always use for the projects and files to be submitted where it can be saved or filed. This computer system has also a requirements for the memory. So these memory requirements tell us how much really need the memory of the computer. So first of all, let us classify the memory requirements for a computer system. Computer system requires memory with some recommendation. From Kapok in 2018 requires memory at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. But it always depends on you as a user what gigabytes you want or you need for your computer. If you are just a simple user, then probably choose the small gigabytes for you, and also if you want bigger gigabytes of RAM or something that you are very keeper of things on your computer, or you needed a very bigger storage and choose bigger gigabytes like 16 gigabytes. So these memory requirements tell us what gigabytes requires more to our computer. For the best of it, it always recommends higher gigabytes so that your computer will be stronger for the applications or data to be stored, but it depends on your ability as a user. So, random access memory, it is called read-write memory or the main memory of the primary memory. The programs and data that the CPU requires during the execution of a program are stored in this memory. It is a volatile memory as the data is lost when the power is turned off. RAM is further classified into two types: SRAM or static random access memory and DRAM or dynamic random access memory. This means that while the execution is made, it reads the program when storing information into the memory. It is where stored data, applications, and programs. And also this read-only memory stores crucial information essential to operate the system, like the program essential to boot the computer. It is not volatile, always retains in its data, used in embedded systems or where the programming needs no change, used in calculators and peripheral devices. ROM is further classified into four types: MROM, EPROM, and EEPROM. So this ROM it is a built in a computer which is a chip that also be a storage to receive data permanently, and also it lasts even after you turn off your computer. And references. And then next is the role of memory in computer system and operating system. So according to Alexander S. Gillies, memory is the electronic holding place for the instructions and data a computer needs to reach quickly. It is where information is stored for immediate use. Memory is one of the basic function of a computer, because without it, a computer would not be able to function properly. Memory is also used by a computer's operating system, hardware, and software. So according to Alexander, before the program will run, first it will allow by the CPU to run the program so that the file or data will be loaded from the storage into the memory. Also from Nicola Asuni in 1998 and to 2022, the role of memory in computer is the people in the industry commonly use the term memory to refer to RAM or random access memory. A computer uses RAM to hold temporary instructions and data needed to complete tasks. This enables the computer's CPU, central processing unit, to access instructions and data stored in memory very quickly. The role of memory in the computer from Tanika Waddle in 2019 is temporary storage area, which this memory holds the data and instructions the central processing unit needs. Before a program can run, the program is loaded from storage into the memory. This allows the CPU direct access to the computer program. And then we all know that there are these memory types, and which also be discussed here for the rule of the computer. Primary computer rule is access first or directly. It allows a processor to access running execution, application, and services that are temporarily stored in a specific memory location. For the secondary storage of a computer, rules as the long-term retention of data in a computer system. Unlike primary storage, or what we refer to as memory, secondary storage is non-volatile and not cleared when the computer is powered off and back on. Sometimes the role of memory in computer system is to store data, but it depends on the type of data that will be stored, and as the computer operates, all these function of memory on the computer required always this data storage, such as like RAM and ROM plus memory plus drives, hard drives. We all familiar with that, isn't it? These kinds of memory has always a role differently and similarly. But these memories always function because of the operating system of a computer. So, memory management in operating system. In the rule, the term memory can be defined as a collection of data in a specific format. It is used to store instructions and process data. The memory comprises a large array or group of words or bytes, each with its own location. The primary motive of a computer system is to execute programs. These programs, along with the information they access, should be in the main memory during execution. This is a main memory for the operating system, and it is the random access memory, or RAM. This is the part of the computer that stores operating system software applications, and other information for the central processing unit, or CPU, to have the fast and direct access when the needed perform task. From the BBC in 2022, in any computer in operating system, it controls the backing store and peripherals such as printers and scanners, deals with the transfer of programs in and out of memory, organizes the use of memory between programs, organizes processing time between programs and users, maintains security and access rights of users, deals with errors and users' instructions, allows the user to save files to a backing store, provides the interface between the user and the computer, for example, Windows Vista and Apple OS X, issues simple error messages. And the references. And this will be the end of my presentation about memory management.